Hello Fiends and Collectors, this is me, Daniel East 1000, back again with another video for you on this here May the 5th, Revenge of the 5th. I hope you had a wonderful May the 4th, International Star Wars Day. Be sure to let me know what you got up to, your hauls, all that good stuff in the comments down below. I love to hear it. Well, that's what this video is about today. My past Star Wars filled weekend attending 2 cons in 2 days. Me, SithLord229 and RoboQuiff Collects all decided that we were going to go and do Liverpool Comic Con on the Saturday and then Star Wars Fan Fun Day on the Sunday. And we had an absolutely fantastic time. And well, that's what this video is about today. Trying to keep this video as relaxed as possible because quite honestly, I am shattered and want to have a chill time today. So there's probably going to be minimal editing. So with that being said, let's get into day one, Liverpool Comic Con. So I'm going to try and retell this from like a story perspective in terms of my haul. We get on the train, me and SithLord229 Steve head up to Liverpool Comic Con. RoboQuiff Collects. James has got the early bird ticket, so he gets entry into the con a bit earlier. So he's kind of scouting the event for us to let us know what's what the crack is. He obviously goes to see the stars that he wants to get signatures from. We said, yeah, cool, we'll meet you there. We'll kind of arrange things by ear. We've got the later tickets for entry at 11 o'clock, so we have a nice little walk up, nice steady walk up to the convention centre, and we get there and they're kind of just letting people in. There's not like a huge queue, which is really surprising. We get scanned through, early entry for us, I guess, which was really nice, actually extremely helpful to be honest, because I was very nervous, a little bit shaky about getting the guests that I'd pre-booked, managing to fit them all in within the time slots that they had. So luckily, because we got in early, I managed to get the 2 guests that I initially wanted to go to the con for, the main reason why I was going to the con. So it's for John Heder and Efren Ramirez, who appear not in a Star Wars film at this point, but appear in one of my favourite films that got me through college, and it's still one of my all-time favourite films ever, Napoleon Dynamite. I felt like this was the thing that pushed me to go to this convention. Normally I don't do autographs, I'm not a big autograph collector. I've got a couple, but it's never really been a thing that's gripped me as an appeal kind of thing until I guess this past weekend. Pre-booked these because I'm like, this is the one reason why I want to go to this con, because I really want to meet John Heder and a friend, talk about the film to them if I even get the chance to. So we get into the con centre. Steve says, look, I'm going to jump in the queue for the Armourer, Emily Swallow. I see that John Heder and a friend's queues are quite small, so sweet, I'm going to jump in them. I'll reconvene with you and James shortly. Get in the queue relatively swiftly, maybe not even an hour, to meet John, and he was absolutely lovely. I got to talk to him about not only Napoleon Dynamite, but some of his other upcoming projects. He was quite taken back that I knew about the said project, because he's doing a documentary about John Blanche, who's one of the figurehead Warhammer 40k artists. We talked about Napoleon Dynamite as a film, filming in a certain scene. He was just absolutely lovely, a real pleasure to talk to. He then signed this personal item that I had printed, really personalised it, as you'll see in a minute. So then I went to a friend after that. Queue was quite short, no one was really waiting after me, so I got a nice bit of time to talk to him. He signed the autograph that I brought as well, the poster, and again, just a lovely group of guys. And here is what I had them sign, this big chunky A3 picture of them in the hallway, Napoleon wearing the Vote for Pedro t-shirt and Pedro standing there, and they both signed their names next to the characters. Sweet for John Heder. A friend really went to town with his autograph, and what he did, he put Vote for Pedro, gosh, and a little picture of himself as well. He really personalised it, and even his name there, of which was just absolutely wonderful. I'm so happy with this. This is not just a poster, or a picture rather, with their names on. It's really personalised to me. I just think it's wonderful. I really am happy with this, and holds a lot of memories with the conversations that I had with both those actors. It was so cool to finally meet them. So with that being said, I then had some time to play with, so I thought, you know what, I'll jump in Steve's Key Stiff Autistic Line. Denied it if I was actually going to get Emily Swallow's autograph, and I thought, you know what, go on then, let's do this. So I jumped in their queue, and I actually got Emily Swallow's autograph, who plays the Armourer in The Mandalorian, and she was an absolute darling. She was lovely to talk to. We had a nice little chat. My little hypotheses of her character, the Armourer being one of Darth Maul's Mauldalarian clan, but of course she couldn't really divulge much of that. She just said that the horn suits her, and I said absolutely they do. Really, really cool. She even wrote "This is the way" and her name there. I love the picture as well that I chose, because obviously the Armourer in front of the forge, just so awesome. Hopefully there's not too much glare that you're getting off on that, but yeah, so pleased with this. I'm glad that I jumped on the opportunity. We got those 2 autographs out of the way, and there's one guest that I've actually pre-booked that I now need to try and get. The only thing is, James, as I alluded to earlier, had said to us that basically this guest was going to be signing at 2:30, although the queue says it's going to start from 2 o'clock. That's when you should probably come to start queuing. So me and James kind of devised a bit of a plan. Maybe we go at 1:30 to then join the queue for the 2 o'clock thing. So I set an alarm on my phone, and we all have a little mooch around the con floor, have a look at some of the vendors. Not gonna lie, the vendor side of Liverpool Comic Con was a little bit weak. Not terrible, just not really much stuff that really had a heft of interest on me. There was some cool stuff, don't get me wrong. They had some lightsaber guys selling some lightsabers, of which I was very tempted with. Some prop helmets, of which were very cool as well. I didn't want to rush to buy sort of stuff like that, because I knew that I had the next con the next day to go to. I know that that usually holds some gems as well. So anyway, we scout the con floor, and then I see this particular vendor. It was amazing. They had just an assortment of characters and things. I was there to buy some bits for some friends as well. So I saw this one for me, and obviously because I was going to hopefully meet Rosario Dawson, I was like, you know what, I need to get an Ahsoka to Member This Day by. And I got this crocheted Ahsoka plushie. Now, I'll put the link in the description to the website where you can sort of buy these by the person who makes them. These are absolutely amazing. Some real work has gone into them. She just looks absolutely adorable. I love it. I got her, and then for my 2 friends, I got 2 characters that really relate to them that they like. Yeah, really happy with that buy. Those other ones that I got as well, so she was really sweet. So after we'd kind of mooched around the con floor, that was literally it that I bought. No figures, I know. Am I feeling well? We then decided, you know what? Me and James kind of look at each other like, do you want to kind of queue for the person that we were going to see was Rosario? So you know what, yeah, let's do it. Because we saw that there was a couple of people lingering about, you know, the front of her auto queue. So we kind of start the queue, and we was dead at the front. This was at like well before 1, but literally as we started queuing, more and more people started to, you know, congregate behind us. And obviously Diamond Pass starts their own separate queue, because Diamond Pass get in a little bit earlier, or have first dibs to get their auto. But we kind of said to Steve, actually, just to not leave him out, Steve said, oh well, I'm probably going to scout the con floor a bit more, and also we're going to go and find where this panel is. Because the crazy thing is, Rosario was going to sign her autographs, a first lot, at 2:30 until
3:15.
That's no real time really to do that many autographs. One of the event ushers comes in, they're looking at this list, and they're kind of like, geez, he says, this is the most people I've seen turn up for a regular guest for an auto signing. This is going to be interesting kind of deal. And basically they start letting us through, they mark a name off, give us whichever picture we wanted signing, basically turning away people who hadn't pre-booked. Said, look, if you haven't pre-booked a ticket for Rosario, just no, not worth it, don't bother, maybe later on in the day, see how it is. Currently as it stands, there's that many people with pre-booked tickets to get through. So me and James were right at the front of the queue, we're having this lovely conversation with this guy. I didn't quite get his name, but it was really cool. Like, it was a little tent to hide Rosario in for her signings. And basically we briefly see Rosario walk past, tent opens up, guy comes out and says, look, Diamond Pass members first. They start ushering Diamond Pass members through. Me and James stood there like, yeah, we've kind of accepted we might miss this panel because we're probably going to have to wait in queue while she does the panel and then comes back to do it. So it's like, you know what, I paid for it. I am committed to waiting, even though I am busting for a wee at this point.
I don't get nervous, but I'm starting to get a bit shaky, you know? I mean, I'm a little bit worried.
But fortunately, this ring comes through on the doorman's little walkie-talkie. It's like, right, okay, 3 Diamond Pass members to 1 regular queue member, the peasants like me and James. So they pause the queue, 3 people have gone in. Right, James, go on. Robocliff goes in. 3 more go. And then next, I'm shaking like a leaf, and they asked me what pen I wanted to sign it in. I'm like, get to Rosario. And you know what? As rushed as it may felt, there was still a nice little bit of time to talk to her, interact. But said, really enjoy Ahsoka. You nailed the character amazingly, because she did. And yeah, she signed my picture that I picked out. And I am absolutely buzzing with this. So I have a Rosario Dawson signed autograph from her, and it's just wonderful. Really am treasuring this quite heavily. We then were able to make it to her panel along with the guy who plays Ezra Bridger in Ahsoka. So that was really sweet. Really impressed that we managed to navigate as quickly as we did from that sign-in to her panel, because it was a bit of a maze to find, to be honest. But it was a fantastic panel to attend. Really did just sign the event off. Oh, it was great. It was great. Just signed it off perfectly. We then all reconvene because we've all been in the panel together. We're kind of buzzing our nuts off. We've kind of all done what we want to do here now. Should we go to Forbidden Planet? Because Liverpool has 2 Forbidden Planets. So he said, you know what? It's always good whenever I go to Forbidden Planet and a Worlds Apart. Really good. So we went, we kind of made our way up to the first one, and that's where I really got my FIGGIE fix. So I got Tibden Station, Obi-Wan. This was discounted. I've been meaning to get this one for a while, but I've kind of passed it every time for some reason. But he is really, really cool. So I got him. And then because of Andor Season 2, I've been really itching to get some Andor figures. I got the Range Trooper with the rocket launcher. So I probably will review this one relatively soon. He's very cool. I know it's effectively a repack, but I'm still pleased to have this guy. It's a slight retail really, but yeah. Super pleased to have the Range Trooper with the rocket launcher. We then move away from that Forbidden Planet, go to the next one, and I managed to find another figure that I've been missing, Jedi Master Kelnacker from the Acolyte. And this guy is a beast. So again, this is one that I will probably review on the channel. So overall, really successful haul from Liverpool Comic Con. Had an amazing time there. Also had some fantastic rub as well after. It's just great just to have a sit down, chat with everyone about their experiences and all the nerdy stuff. Then it was time to go back home, got on the train, all said goodbyes. Not really much of a goodbye, just like, oh, I'll see you tomorrow. Because, well, we got home, and the next day it was time to go to Star Wars Fan Fun Day in Blackburn. So with my previous experience of Star Wars Fan Fun Day, it's a very chill event. Lots of great vendors, fan-made stuff, and obviously hidden gems that you wouldn't expect to find. And a nice cast of actors and professional talent there doing sign-ins. So, again, I've kind of been bitten with the autograph bug, and after last week's episode of Andor Season 2, I was like, oh, this guy's going, I need to get his autograph. So, I got Lonnie Jung, the actor who plays him, Robert Ems, a signed picture of him, because he does play quite a big role in last week's episodes. They were so good, I really enjoyed it, and so I've got him to sign that picture. Lovely guy again to meet and talk to. It's going to be spicy to see what happens to him in the next few episodes. I'm really pleased to have that. Hopefully I can get some more Andor actors at some point. And speaking of autographs, I actually purposely bought a figure for this sign-in, and it is Watto, because Andy Seacombe, who voices Watto, was going, so I got him to sign my Episode 1 Watto action figure, and that is just absolutely class. I'm so happy with this. I can't wait to get it, along with all my other autos that I've bought recently, up on display proudly. So that's really, really sweet. Again, he was a lovely guy to talk to. He even did the voice of Watto as well, saying, "My pleasure." It was chef's kiss. Wonderful. So, again, Star Wars Fan Fun Day, a lot of the guests, you can just walk up to the table. There's not really much of a queue usually to meet people. It's a very relaxed event, and it's all for a wonderful, wonderful cause. I saw this in a rummage bin. Fen Rao, of which is quite a hard figure to come by these days, and he goes for a bit of a hefty sum of money, to be quite honest, depending where you look. But I've been missing this one for the longest time, and I'm really not sure if I want to open it, keep it carded, what, but that's so awesome, and he was one of the Rebels characters that I've been missing. So that's Fen Rao, and I got him for a pretty good deal of 20 quid. 20 quid for a 3 3/4 inch figgy. 3 3/4 figgy is quite hefty for me, I always feel, but you know what, kind of justified given how tough this one is to find at the moment, so I always kind of accept that. I think the price I got it for was really, really good. So that's Fen Rao. That was the first thing I picked up. Not even 5 minutes into the con, and I'd already started buying stuff. I also picked up this Tusken Raider with child, a female Tusken Raider and child, because I'm hopefully going to be getting the Vintage Collection Bantha, and I do want to get some Tuskens to really inhabit a shelf dedicated to that thing. And I really like Tusken Raiders. I think they're very misunderstood, and I really like this particular figure set. I'm hopefully going to find the other Attack of the Clones Tuskens and all the other Tuskens that they've made. Just have a nice little Tusken setup. So really pleased with this. I actually got it for 6 quid. The guy knocked a quid off it for me, which was cool. Box is a bit dinged up and battered, that's fine. It's going to be an opener. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. Continuing on with the 3 3/4 inch theme of things. I knew that someone I know was making a figure exclusive figure for the event, but I didn't actually know they were going to it for some reason. I was pleasantly met with Nick, who works at Cheesecake Customs and Nema Studios. I mean, I've spoken about this guy before in my celebration haul video, as he gave me a freebie from that. But he makes some absolutely amazing custom figures from some very interesting franchises. These are pieces of art in my eye, and I had to get some bits from him. Finally did it, and I'm really happy about that. So, to start off, just to keep on theme with Star Wars, I got this Boba Fett Adventure People figgy. Now, the interesting story about this one is the fact that historically, if I'm not mistaken, it was Fisher-Price were almost going to do the Star Wars figures. They actually took some of their Adventure People figures that they already had in circulation, and they just tweaked them and modified them, repainted them to look like Star Wars characters, and pitched it to Lucasfilm to say, look, we can make figures of these. I think Lucasfilm turned around and said, no, not interested, want something a bit more unique. And that's when Kenner effectively stepped in and did their thing. He's done the entire set of Adventure People characters that were initially proposed, and he's actually, you know, done them in the similar vein as the Adventure People card style, just in that Star Wars flavouring as well. And he's made this particular one that obviously they didn't pitch because Boba Fett wasn't in A New Hope at this point. He's made Boba Fett a version of him how he would have looked maybe if they had pitched a Boba Fett. Pure nostalgia for those who know will know. I highly recommend. This is going to be staying carded, of course. I've got myself even a protector for it ready, and I can't wait to get this proudly on display because this is so awesome. The cardstock as well is just unreal. It's really good stuff. It's not cheap feeling at all. It's amazing work from him. The figure looks fantastic. So yeah, that's the Adventure People Boba Fett. I also picked up from his table, I got quite a few bits from him. I've always eyed this one up as well. The Lord Buckethead and the Attack of the Gremloids figure. This is so cool. If you know a bit about your British politics, you'll probably know about
Lord Buckethead, the official Monster Raving Loony Party, 125.
What originally was, I think, a B-movie character from Gremlins. I had to pick this up because it was so weird and wonderful and just great. Of course, as I did mention, he'd made an exclusive for the event. There was a limited 30 of these. All the proceeds for it went to charity. It went to a good cause, and you know what? Worth it. I picked up this limited edition holographic Clone Commander Cody, Star Wars Fan Fun Day exclusive. Just absolutely superb stuff. I love the card back. And then I believe on the back you've got Matt Ferguson's artwork just there for the re-release of Revenge of the Sith. They're hand-numbered. It mentions the charity that all the proceeds go to. So, of course, I had to pick up number 12 because, well, 212, that's the Legion that Commander Cody commands. So, yeah, I'm really, really happy with this thing. I can't wait, again, to get all these figures put into a protective star case, sealed up and out on display. Now, finally, Nick did give me these items as well. A big thank you. It was very, very kind. He's also dabbled in comics. Really cool to listen to him talk about this. And the fact is he basically bought the rights and then had to re-find all the comics that were published because they didn't have them, which is wild. How do you not own, as the owner of the copyright, all the material that was produced for it? So he then had to go and find it himself off his own back, and he basically got it republished into this combinative book. So yeah, really sweet. But then they've also done a continuation of the story, or collective issued. If I'm not mistaken, he's also done figures for these. Man is putting out some absolutely fantastic bits. I really implore you, if you're into your weird and wonderful figgies, check out his store. Awesome to catch up with him again. Big thank you to him. Continuing on with the haul, just the last few bits to go through. I got, in terms of creators wise, pin badges. There was a set of 3 of them. I thought these were pretty cool. So I've got Captain Rex just there. We've got Commander Wolf and Cody, and these were made by a person who goes by Experimental Bun. So yeah, they had some really cool artwork, some interesting stuff there. Picked those up just because I wanted to adorn some of my wares with some Star Wars, so that's pretty cool. They also gave me this very sweet Family Guy Bad Batch parody sticker, which is quite interesting. I really like that. So big thanks to them. It's very cool to chat with them. Coming to well, what my main bread and butter is collecting wise, Black Series. Didn't really get anything particularly new because I'm relatively up to date at the moment. But I did pick up some troop builders, mainly this one. Seen this one before in this whole video, haven't we? But it's the Solo range trooper with the Gripperton boots. And I've already got this, but I wanted another one just to adorn my Solo shelf, just to bulk that out a little bit more. Not only that, continuing on the theme with Solo, I got the Patrol Trooper. I'd never actually picked this one up when it came out, surprisingly. So I've been meaning to find and track this one down, and I got this one loose, and it was for a really good deal. So I got him. Very, very pleased. Comes with all his accessories. Got his baton and his blaster as well. So yeah, pretty sweet. And again, got both of these for a really, really good deal. Now, the last thing I picked up was a bit of a grail of mine. I ummed and ahed it and thought, you know what, let's chomp at it, let's do it now. And so I picked up, if I just move some bits out the way that are precariously balanced. So I got the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge exclusive General Hux AT-AT pilot and R5 astromech droid multi-figure pack. This was exclusive to Disney Park, and I've really wanted to get this one purely for Hux because they redid the head. It looks amazing, and he doesn't have the hat on either. This is an absolutely awesome set. The sticker does say £65, but I managed to work my way down to 60, which I was really happy with. The box, of course, does open up to show the figures off. That's really, really sweet. I am so pleased with this thing. I'll definitely be opening it up, but I think it's at this point now I need to expand my sequel trilogy shelf so that they can actually fit on. So yeah, really pleased with this and all the other items that I got. I had an absolutely awesome time. It was great to catch up with Sith Lord 229, Robo Criff Collects. I think we all had an amazing personal experience from all the events. Yeah, it was such good fun. If you can ever do 2 cons in 2 days, I highly recommend it. So that's me. that's my haul. Thank you to everyone who checked out the content drop that I did on May the 4th, as the list shows here. If you haven't had a chance to watch those yet, well worth checking out. Even though May the 4th has passed, they're there for you to enjoy. We've got a haul video, we've got a mystery Star Wars figure review, which I will eventually reveal what that is, so you know what it is. But if you go and find out, if you go watch that video, you'll know what it is. And then we've got me doing a little reading of Chewbacca and the Porgs, CBBC Bedtime Stories, Eat Your Heart Out. So yeah, that's all there for you to enjoy if you're catching up with May the 4th content. We've got plenty on the channel for you for different tastes and tones. This is me saying thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and very chill, and how I will be, May the 5th, Revenge the 5th. And I will be signing out for now. I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.